Hello people! So welcome to another Minidisc related video. It's insane, I know that. So this video is supposed to be like a little guide for those people who want to get into Minidisc, who want to get back into Minidisc, who think about getting Minidisc but never used one before, and who have some questions about Minidisc devices. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I just got a message from somebody that has seen my videos on YouTube. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. His name is Goblin BS. I think it's called BS instead of Bass because I think it stands for Goblin Badass. I don't know. But yeah, he wrote me that he already used Minidiscs, but then he borrowed it somebody and never got it back, and now he wants to get back into Minidisc, and he asked me if I can recommend him a few Minidisc recorders because he's kind of worried about the reliability thing when it comes to Minidiscs, because as far as it seems he has MP3 players, but they keep breaking down every 1.5 years. And he's just sick of that. He wants to get something that he can use for at least the next 5 years. So he wanted to know about the reliability thing when it comes to Minidiscs. So this is my chance to teach you a little bit something about Minidiscs. So first of all, let's get into the reliability thing of the Minidisc itself, the medium, the format. So the cool thing about Minidiscs, they are one of the most reliable formats that exist. I think only the Blu-ray and maybe the DVD-RAM are similar to Minidiscs, because Minidiscs are magneto-optical devices, which means it is really robust, it's really reliable. I mean, they are protected in this little case. Fingerprints, scratches, dust, no problem. Of course, after many years there will be a little bit of dust that can get into the disc, so you should also take care about that and always put your Minidiscs into their cases, because this little hole in the back here, that's the weak point where dust gets in to the disc. So you should take care about that. The cool thing about Minidiscs are you can abuse them the way you want. They don't break. You can drop them. You can put them close to any speakers and strong magnet fields. No problem. You can leave them in direct sunlight for months. No problem. You can leave them in your car in the middle of summer, no problem. You can leave them in your car in the middle of winter when it's freezing, no problem. They still work. They just don't break down. And I think Minidiscs also last a lot longer than DVDs and regular CDs and all that kind of stuff. So Minidiscs itself are already really robust and really reliable. So now let's talk about the Minidisc devices. The thing is this, you asked me to recommend you something where I think it's really reliable, but the problem is it's really hard for me to recommend you something if I don't even know what kind of Minidisc device you really want to get. Because there are so many different Minidisc devices out there and I have no idea what you want to get. Do you want to get a portable Minidisc recorder? Do you want to get a Minidisc deck? Do you want to get a Minidisc rack or a Minidisc compact stereo system, a bookshelf system? Do you want to get a Minidisc boombox? I have absolutely no idea what you want to get, so it's really hard for me to recommend you something. All I can say is pretty much all Minidisc devices are really reliable, I think, because look at the first Minidisc device that ever hit the market. the Sony MZ1. I got mine from eBay. I got it a couple of years ago, and I got it because it's a small Minidisc device that also has an optical output, which was really important for me, but I didn't want to get one of those big Minidisc decks just to get a optical line out for my Minidiscs. But yeah, this thing has been released 2 decades ago. I mean, it was released 20 years ago, and this thing still works perfectly fine. So this gives you a rough idea on how reliable those things are. But yeah, this thing, you can't really use this thing as a Minidisc Walkman. And I think since you have been using MP3 players, I think you want to use Minidisc Walkmans. The thing is, I think I can recommend you the Sharp MD DR7. I also can recommend you the Sharp MD MS 701 or 702 or the MS 722, because those are some of the well-known portable Minidisc recorders that are known for their reliability. They are known to be really, really robust. Yes, they are a little bit thicker than those things because they don't have this opening mechanism. They have one of those automatic Minidisc drives, but still they seem to be really, really robust. But here is another problem. Some Minidisc devices are made entirely out of metal, and if you don't want to get one of those Sharp things because maybe you don't like the look of them or whatever, you should try to get a Minidisc Walkman that is made entirely out of metal, because they feel really solid and I think they are pretty much really reliable. Other things like this one right here, they already look pretty cheap and they are made entirely out of plastic, and I don't know about the reliability thing on those things. But again, I have this thing and it's made entirely out of plastic, and I recall that one time I had it in my pocket and I tried to get out of my car and I accidentally dropped this thing on concrete, but it still works fine. So I don't know if you can really decide which one is really reliable just by the look of it. I don't know, but it's really hard to, I mean, because this thing is made out of plastic, it's pretty lightweight, so it doesn't do that much damage if you drop it. On the other hand, if you have one of those things that is made entirely out of metal and you drop one of those things, of course it's really heavy, so even if it's made out of metal, because of its weight, it can do a lot more damage. I don't know, it's hard to say, really. But yeah, another problem that comes up is, I don't know how important it is for you to title your tracks, because let's be honest, if you want to use one of those things to title your tracks, it could be a pain in the ass, because it takes a long time. You have to search every letter, every single letter, and it can take a really, really long time to title your tracks. So maybe you should think about getting a NetMD recorder, so this way you can use a USB cable to hook it up to your computer, and then you can use software like Sonic Stage to title your tracks with the help of your keyboard. Very convenient. But you shouldn't use the NetMD function to record your discs. You know, like copy your discs with the USB cable. This is something that isn't recommended, because this way you lose a lot of quality when it comes to your music. So even if you have a NetMD recorder, you should still always record your mini discs in real time using an optical cable or just any kind of cable and the line in. Another thing is maybe you want to get a high MD recorder because you want to get a lot of music on one disc. So maybe you should think about getting a high MD recorder. This way you can also title your tracks and so on, and you can copy your music with USB without losing any quality. But that's only with high MD, not with regular Minidisc, because as soon as it's net MD, you will lose some quality. But I have to warn you, high MDs are really, really rare, and if you are managed to find some, they are really, really freaking expensive. So sometimes you have to pay $15 for one disc, you know. So that's a little problem when it comes to high MD. But the good thing is you can use your high MD recorder and reformat your regular mini discs into small high MDs. I mean, of course, you don't get as much music on one regular disc as you do on a high MD, but you get a lot more music than just your 74 minutes on one disc. But another problem is you can only play those mini discs on high MD devices. You can't play them on regular mini disc players. Only if you format them back into a regular mini disc. So yeah, I hope I could help you a little bit, and if you want to choose a Minidisc device, go to minidisc.org and click on browser. There you get a list of almost every Minidisc device that has ever been created, and you can find a lot of good and useful information, maybe some user information, some problems that some devices have. You can also find very useful information about the connectors of each device, because I don't know if it's important for you to also have a line out, or if you only want to have a headphone line out, or if you want to have a microphone line in. I don't know. So you find a lot of really, really useful information right there. So I hope I could help you a little bit. And another very important tip, if you get a Minidisc device, try to get a cleaning disc. So there are different kinds of cleaning discs. So this is a Minidisc that cleans both things. You know, some cleaning discs, they only have fiber brushes, so you can only clean the lens. But what happens if you have recording problems? So this is a disc that can clean the lens, but it can also clean the head for recording. So I don't know if you can see it on camera. So this disc, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it has a white surface on top of the disc. This is used to clean the head if you have recording problems. So you should definitely try to get one of those things. And if you buy some used disc, if you buy some used discs on eBay or anywhere, you should also try to open those discs and see if there's any dust or dirt inside those discs, because sometimes you can destroy your device with a really, really dirty disc. So I hope I could help you, and keep watching my videos, subscribe to my channel, check out my other two channels. I still have my pinball channel, and I just recently started a vlogging channel. So check out the links below, subscribe to my channels, and keep watching my videos. So see you. Bye.